Good morning. We've got the whole upstairs of our farmhouse all demoed. I'd say like 90 to 95%. We're gonna go around and clean up and get down some like little sheetrock bits and pieces there. But we are gonna start working on cleaning that up, but also doing a few other things because we wanna get this ready for insulation. We wanna be able to get everything sealed up and cleaned up and locked in. We had found probably a couple 100 pounds of mice poop. We have not seen any live mice. We have seen a bunch of skeletons of mice. I shouldn't say a bunch. I probably found like 5 of them. So right now we got the majority of it cleaned up, but we got to go through and finish cleaning up. Like this wall right here is all strapped. There was a bunch of poop on it. So we want to get all that strapping down. We want to finish cleaning up this wall. I got to clean out the ends. I want to put new ceiling joists up and figure out that. This has been spliced here and there, and I don't like that. And before we get any insulation done, I want to get that stuff done. We need to redo the slant walls. Right here, they have what they had for nailers. I'm going to put probably 2x6s up. I got to figure out how deep I need them. So we'll take down this stuff and we'll put some good 2x material up. Figure out the ceiling. We got slant walls in this room, and then also in this room. This room is just 4x4 posts. So I don't know if I'm going to just leave these or if I want to sister up some 2x6s to these, and then we can screw our strap into that. And I'm thinking for strapping, I'll end up using probably 2x material because we're like 4 foot on center, and I really can't add any more studs because right here is the roof, and if I drill through this, I'm going to drill through the metal roof outside, and then we're going to have a leak. So I do not dare to put any more like studs in here because I can't get to it from the outside, and I don't want to put holes in the roof. So we're going to leave that. We're going to get ready for insulation and for locking everything in. So yeah, we got to measure a few things, figure out what we're going to need for supplies, and this will be our first big supply run for the farmhouse renovation. We originally did not plan on going this deep into renovating until we started finding all of the poop in the walls, and then we said, man, I guess we are gutting the whole upstairs and starting fresh. So that's where we're at right now. So they have had 1x material up here. That's like inch and 1/8 material for their ceiling to be on. So I want to take this all down and we'll put 2x6s, I think. Let me measure. Yeah, that's 5 inches. So if we go, it's 5 1/4. So if we go to 2x6, it'll be 5 1/2-ish. And that'll work perfectly. Yeah, that one's 5 3/8. So we'll take these down, replace those with 2x6s. Maybe I'll notch them and go in here. And that'd probably work good. Give us a little bit more extra support. Then we'll come up to the collar ties. So those are gonna be, let's see. If I get, I have to get 12 footers, and I don't want to get 12 footers. So if I get 8 footers, I'll have some cutoffs, but that'll be fine. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we'll pick some up for in here, just in case we want to do this room too. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we'll get 15 2x6s by 8. Let me put those in my notes because I'll forget if I don't. I think, unfortunately, these are longer than 16 feet, too. Maybe not. Let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, they are. They're 17.5 feet. Bummer. I got a little supply list of what we're going to need. I think I'm better off running out now and getting all of the supplies instead of doing a little bit more demo and tear down, because if I get it now, at least when I'm going out to town, I'm clean. If we wait till after, I'm going to be covered in some poop probably. So let's go ahead, run out, we'll get what we need at Lowe's and get back here and we can start working. All right, we're back from Lowe's. We got all the supplies we're gonna need. Now we can start tearing the rest of the strapping out and getting it all out of here because there's a bunch of poop still stuck on it, and then we can clean up the 4x4 posts that are up against that wall. And then we'll work more on our slants in the ceiling in here. So yeah, time to get dirty. It was nice to take a couple of day break from working up here, letting all the smells and stuff ventilate and get out. And it's actually started to cool off. Last week was in the 90s. Right now we're in the upper 60s, so it's a lot nicer up here. It's nice to have the fresh air with the windows open come through here and kind of take out some of the smell. So now we'll finish cleaning the rest of it up, and hopefully that should take care of the rest of it. Well, we got this room cleaned up pretty good. Still got a little bit of sheetrock here and there, but the exterior walls are worried about insulating right now. Those are all cleaned up, and now we can start doing some work to them. Which it feels good every time we get another piece cleaned up, doesn't it? And then we usually find something else. All right, so I want to run another set of collar ties. Curious to see if I can take a laser level and run a line to see if these are even. And then I'm curious to see if I can do it so when I'm running our fake rafters. It's actually saying basically saying where it is level. Okay, that makes it easy. So this is level. That's good to know. So I'm just going to take a 2x6 and screw a 2x6 underneath. And then I can slide our new collar ties up on this side. Boom and boom. And then we'll have our collar ties on the sides as well. So yeah, that'll work. All right. I like that. Just temporary, so we can go like this and sister our next one up to it. We're going to take that old wire out, but we'll do that after. There, we got 4 new collar ties up. We left the old ones up, just added some new ones on the other side for more support, but the big one is to have a nice straight, flat ceiling. They'll butt in over here. We'll have to just continue over here. And I'm thinking about putting 1, 2, 3 more in. I gotta think about that and see if it'll work the way I'm thinking about doing it. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. Now, onto the slanted ceilings. Come on, Reba. Boys, Black Beauty. I don't got no treats right now. I'm gonna fill up your water. Here it is, July, and it's 47 degrees out this morning. I got a sweatshirt on, my Carhartt vest, and pants. It is chilly. I enjoy this weather. It's just crazy. Last week we were in the 90s, and now we got this cool off, and then in a couple of days we're gonna be back in the 90s again. So I like it. I wish it was staying, but it's gonna get hot again. I don't know if it's chilly like this where you guys are, but yesterday when I got home, I'm like, man, it feels like apple picking season, and it's still summertime. You like this cool off too, don't you? Yeah. Your coat's looking nice and shiny. The future egg layer pullets are doing good. They still got a while before they start laying, but they are growing nicely. And probably shortly we'll figure out how many of them are hens and how many of them are going to be roosters. I'm going to guess about half and half.
So we're not twins, but we look like it.
I was wondering where the other baby is. You buried yourself in the hay bale, silly boy. Did you do that? Did you do that? That's your baby. Nope, that's your baby. Reba's baby's right there. That's Black Beauty's baby. Now they got ear tags on them. We know which one is who. You're both covered in hay there. Black Beauty. 2502 is Reba's and 2501 is half and halves. We're doing 25 for the year and then 1, 2, 3 for what order they were born. So yeah, that is all of the calves born for this year. We didn't do Harriet as number 1 because she is a dairy cow. These are just for the beef cows, so that's why we don't have her numbered. We're not going to give her a number tag. So she really was the first one born. And these guys are all after her, but we're not including her in these numbers. Gentle. Good boy. For this next step, we're gonna need an angle finder. And I was gonna get mine, and I'm like, you know what? There's one inside the barn. We were going through the toolbox. Unfortunately, it's on the bottom. We found an old antique angle finder. So let me dig this out, and we're gonna use this one today It's gonna be kind of cool. Let me grab it, I'll show you if you haven't seen it. Now I gotta find it. Stay. Is it in here? Where are you hiding? Where did I put you? Right here. I don't know if you can see it. I've never seen an angle finder that big before. Look at that thing. It's huge. So we're going to use this one today. I like that. That's pretty fancy. I also think it's kind of cool because we're going to be renovating this house and repairing it using some of the old tools from the farm. Nostalgia. Made out of maple, brass ends, brass screw, and it looks like regular steel for the angle finder part. I don't know. I'm just excited to be using it. It's kind of fun. All right, let's find the angle that we're going to need. I'm going to run a 2x6 here, sister it up, and I want it to be right tight to the collar tie, and then down below. So let's figure this out. I mean, we might as well have fun and use some of the old tools that we found. That's pretty cool. Now, being an old house, all of these pieces are a little bit different on the measurements, the lengths, all of it. These are built out of logs. That really kind of changes up everything. All right, before I go ahead and screw them all in, I am going to get them all set in place, and then we'll put a straight edge on them to see if they're nice and straight, and we can kind of adjust these if we need to, which will be nice. It's actually nice cutting some new wood up here. It's got that fresh sawn lumber smell. I like smelling that up here. Let's go back so we're not cutting out the knot. So I'm having to notch the bottom, and every one of those has been a different measurement for a width. So that'll stay like that. I got a little nail I got to cut off there, one there. Let me get those notched out. A lot of these are nails from when they took the shingle roof off, by the looks of it. I like that. Yeah, and then we'll straight edge it. All right, so these have all been around 4.5 to 5 inches. This one is 6 inches. So this one we'll have to let it hang low. So this bottom one does not need to be notched. So that might throw us off. I might have to notch it and drop it down. I gotta go find my straight edge that I have, but I should have a straight edge that'll go this whole length. This might be too long, unfortunately. No, it's not. It's kind of a little too short. So that one's gotta come down some. And this one's gotta go up some. I mean, the whole thing could use to come in. Now, none of this is structural. This is all just so we have nailers to put our strapping on. And if we can get the bow out of this, the bow will be out of the ceiling when we go to sheetrock it or whatever we put on it. All right, I am able to go tighter now. Ooh, that did it, guys. I mean, there's a little bit, but not much. So then this one needs to come notched down some. I like that. That like really took care of it. That is gonna be so nice. This straight edge is something my brother gave me years ago that he got somewhere. And I use it every once in a while, but it's usually just one of those things that you're like, oh, it's in my way. And I always think about getting rid of it, but I'm so glad I don't every time I use it. So let me cut this one down and we'll make it so we can come down in probably about the same as we've been doing here. And then we'll have to check the tops. Could actually still come down more. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna come down another 1/2 inch. All right, that took a little bit going back and forth with my straight edge and a laser line to get it where we needed it. That end wall kind of looks a little off, but it's where it needs to be to make everything level and straight. So I'm assuming at some point either something shifted way back in the day or just because it's made out of different size rounds and then we got square in the end, something is a little off. But from the outside, everything looks nice and straight. So we can't do any like lifting and jacking because the outside of the roof has no sag. If we mess around with pushing stuff up and down, we're gonna mess up the metal roof that's outside. So we need to make inside look like it does outside and just changing up the inside here, if that makes sense. Because we don't want to make any major changes and then have issues outside. So when you're working on an old house, you kind of gotta be thinking and using your head and seeing what you can and can't do. So this looks nice. We got the sag out of it. It's just, when you're looking at it right now, it's kind of like, but once we have the sheetrock all up there, you'll never know. All right, we're over here at the hay field, and we got to pick up some hay bales that we left out. When we first did our first time making hay over here, these hay bales were a little warm, so I did not dare bring them back to the farm because I wanted them to cool off, and I didn't want anything to happen if they caught on fire. I wanted them to be over here, not near any building. So they are nice and dry. I should have got them sooner, but I haven't, and just with everything else going on. So we're gonna come over here with the truck and the trailer now, pick them up. But this hayfield is growing up so nice. It's gonna be awesome to get a second cut of hay off of this. Look at all the nice Timothy. We got vetch. We got red clover. This is gonna look so nice. This is where the hay bale was sitting. And look at all the worms, 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 worms. So good. This is some really nice, healthy soil. So we got 7 bales over here. I don't know if you saw that, but there was a nice butterfly over there. Been seeing tons of butterflies when I just drove over here. We got 7 bales over there, so that's 1 trailer load. And then I think over here, there's 2 there, and I think I saw 3 more over there. So we got almost 2 trailer loads. So we still have a decent amount of hay over here. We'll get these back, and the cows will love eating them.
I'm not sure what happened there, but I never got offloading the hay. We brought it back to the off-grid property, so that way we can feed it out as needed. Feels good to have all of the hay off of the field, and that field is growing up nicely for second cutting. I can't wait to see how the second cutting is this season. This is where we're going to end this video. Thanks for coming along on our farmhouse renovation journey and restoring an old farm. We are excited to get all of the livestock over there once we have everything ready for us, but man, we cannot wait to be over there with the livestock and rebuilding the whole farm. We just gotta get this house ready for us to move in first. So thanks for coming along on this journey with us, and we'll see you guys right back here in the next video. Bye.